Okay. Excellent connection. Oh, I have to click go live.
Mm. Mm.
No.
The three of you just had the best, like,
Hi.
imagine that.
Welcome to the stream, which hopefully is going to catch up to us in a second and we'll actually be able to see.
It is doing something different on my phone now.
Think
so
I fixed it? Hey, I see us. Fantastic. Hello. That only took 10 minutes, actually. That's not too bad. That's definitely not my record for, like, amount of time to fix the stream. All right. Well, welcome to Totally Real Human Adults Imposter Syndrome. Here are our totally real human adults. And I know you just introduced yourself, but nobody saw. So do you all want to introduce yourselves again? I'm gonna start with Jessie again.
Okay.
Who are you, totally real human adult?
I'm a totally real human adult. My name is Jacqueline Mostipak. I am on Twitter and Twitch as Kierici, K-I-E-R-I-S-I, and from there you can get to a website and a Kaggle profile and all kinds of good stuff. And when I am not a screaming opossum, I am a data science evangelist at our studio. I will throw it to Chris.
Hi, I'm Christopher. Well, when I'm not a kleptomaniac, I still can't say the word. I don't know why. Raccoon trying to steal everything in the office. I'm the senior .NET developer advocate at Split. I'm programmazing on just about every social media. Don't worry about trying to spell it. It's thatamazingprogrammer.com. Links to all the socials. It is a conference joke that never went away.
Phil?
So,
Oh, yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Phil Culliton. That's my handle on Twitter and LinkedIn and Kaggle. When I'm not a platypus, I'm a Kaggle data scientist at Google.
And I guess there's me. Hi. When I am not a crab with ADHD, I'm a person with ADHD. I'm Jacqueline Nolis. And as a day job, I'm the head of data science at Saturn Cloud. We do data science, and we actually are hiring some data scientists starting today. So if you are looking for a data science job, there might be a job post for you.
I think you toasted about that on your Twitter, which is Skyterra?
Oh yeah, Sky Tetra. No one ever knows
Tetra.
how to pronounce it. Skyettet. All right, but honestly, just search Jacqueline Nolis Twitter on Google. It's easier.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, totally real human adults. Let's start off with a quick overview of the system. So you all have sort of a general idea of the sort of the characters that you want to play. But as with many tabletop role-playing games, each of your characters is going to be better at some things than other. And this is represented in this system by how many D6s you roll. I'm showing that to the stream audience. Also, these are from One Shot, which if you enjoy today's content, you'd probably like and should check out. So in this system, which is totally real human adults, you have, I'm trying to find the right tab. Give me just a second. Is it over here? Yeah, there we go. 6 stats. So the first is communication, how good you are at talking or body language. And I will leave it up to each of you to what degree your character knows human language and can communicate. You might be like a sort of a Scooby-Doo level of communication. You might be gesture only, totally up to you. Coordination, how well you can work together, your dexterity, ability to manipulate things, athletics, moving things, running, going fast, that sort of thing. Influence, so charm, intimidation, being able to make people do what you want them to do. Know-how, so knowing about things, knowing about skills and things. And then stealth, how good you are at sneaking and getting stuff. And the way that you will distribute your statistics is that you are going to have one stat where you have a score of 3, which means that you roll 3 dice when I test you on that stat. You're going to have 2 that have 2 each. And then you are going to have 2 that have 1 each and 1 that is 0. So there's going to be 1 thing that you're really amazing at, 2 things that you're pretty good at, 2 things that you're okay at, and 1 thing that you're not great at. And what the 0 means is if you roll for that stat, instead of rolling no die and just getting 0, you're going to roll 2 d6s, again, these little 6-sided dice, and you're going to take the lower number of the 2. So basically you roll half a dice, more or less. Yeah, so why don't we go through one by one, and I will let you tell me what your stats are for your character, and also if there's any stories you want to tell to help us get to know who your character is. I think that would be great. So who would like to go first?
I will.
I was going to say, Phil, you made eye contact. All right, tell us about your
Did I?
character.
Oh, I do that without meaning to all the time. It's terrible. All right, so this is I picked a platypus because platypuses are awesome. They're not actually in the game, unfortunately, but we're gonna. I guess I'm gonna be a chicken, right?
Yes.
As the archetype is chicken, but I'm a platypus. So I'm modeling this on Perry the platypus from
nice.
Phineas and Ferb, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is really good at moving around. I think he's a great communicator, but he does it mostly through like staring at people, right? Like, and like eye contact, body language. So I'm probably gonna make communication his 0 potentially. I'm not sure yet. I might make it a 1. But I think I'm gonna go with probably like athletics as the 3.
Okay.
And then stealth and coordination as the 2s. Yeah, I'm filling this in as I'm talking.
No, that's good.
Yeah, aren't I awesome? Okay, and then influence. Yeah, maybe influence and know-how would be the 1s. Yeah, I'll leave communication as 0. That'll be fun.
All right. So you're good at flips and moving things and being sneaky, and like pretty good at like communicating to people, pretty good at like influencing people and knowing things, and not the best at communication.
Wow, yeah.
Great. Your character, not you specifically, Phil.
I can go next. I got mine made.
Absolutely.
So I'm a crab. My name is Cracker Barrel. That's all caps. Cracker Barrel, the crab. I was raised in Alaska, where I've learned a very natural ruggedness, as the Alaskan people have. I am deeply enthusiastic about stuff. Have not the best impulse control. I am very athletic. I am good coordination and stealth. I don't have very good communication or know-how, and I have absolutely no influence whatsoever.
All right, so influence is the 0. Athletics was the 3? Sorry, I'm just taking notes. Or you said...
I'm back now.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, said your 3 was stealth or athletics?
Athletics.
Okay,
yeah.
Athletics is the 3. Oh, we got a buff party here.
Right, so all tanks. Oops, all tanks. Yeah.
And then know-how and communication were the 2s? I'm so sorry. I did not write things down.
No, sorry. Stealth and coordination are my 2s.
Okay. And then
my 1 is coordination and know-how. I'm not coordinated. I don't know how. And I have no influence whatsoever.
All right, absolutely. Okay, sounds good. So, Cracker Barrel the crab. Phil, does your platypus have a name? Is it just Perry?
No, it's Patty.
Patty, there we go.
Like Patty's Pub, Paddy.
Just sneaking around the copyright infringement. Just a little. Chris, tell me about your character. Oh, you are muted.
I am muted. Sorry, I realized I wasn't wearing a headset, and I'm hoping that Crisp will kind of stop some of the echoing. But so I'm playing Ricky the Raccoon, a raccoon from a really small town who has just gotten so bored with the small town that he wants to move into the big city with all the shiny stuff and all the influency people. So Ricky is very stealthy because as a raccoon, he likes to grab shiny objects. This is Ricky's whole purpose for working in an office. All the shinies on the desk. Absolutely. So because of that, he has a lot of know-how of how to get around humans. So stealth is the 3, know-how is the 2, influence is a 2, just to try and smooth over any misunderstandings with the humans.
Oh, is this yours? Oh, is this your shiny thing that I grabbed? Oh, so sorry. I'm just gonna put that back in your pocket, sort of thing. Yeah, no, I feel you.
It's that adorable mask that really feels. Yeah.
Sadly, he's not very athletic, and he's a charmer, but his communication's not really that great. And he has absolutely no coordination whatsoever.
All right, Butterpaws, got it. So you got Ricky the Raccoon being played by Chris. And finally, Jesse, tell us about your possum.
All right, I'm making it up on the fly because this is my first time. Thank you all for having me in this game. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm very excited to be here. I went with Polly, like a New Jersey Polly possum. I'm very good at influence, as in intimidation, because I'm a possum and I grew up in a trash can. And I'm very tough. So influence is my 3. I'm also a good communicator. I may communicate with my fists. I'm not going to clarify that at this point. I'm also very athletic. That's a 2. So again, we are stacking this group. But I don't really know a lot. You know, it's definitely brawn over everything else. So my know-how is a 1. I'm also pretty clumsy, modeled after me, the actual human. So that is also a 1. And I have 0 stealth. So everybody knows that I'm coming. There are trash cans just getting knocked over down, the alley. Like, they know that Polly the possum is here.
You can tell Polly's coming.
Yeah, 100%. It's not a surprise to anyone.
Absolutely. So the reason that your stats matter is that you have one stat that is shared among you and will change over time, and that's your credibility. And what this is how believable you are as an actual human adult. And you are going to be stacked up in a trench coat, and we'll figure out the order in just a second, like who's on the bottom, who's on the top, that sort of thing. And you start with 10. And whenever you do something that I think might make people think that maybe you're not a real human adult, I will have the animal that is most involved roll. And if your special ability applies, so for Patty, so for Patty, that is being unsettling. For Cracker Barrel, that is the snips, so the claws. For Polly the possum, that is... It's right here, screaming. That's right, thank you, screaming.
What? Oh.
And then for Ricky the Raccoon, it is little grabbers. So we've got some good at grabbing and good at snipping characters, and of course, screaming and being unsettling. So if your special ability applies, you will add an additional dice, and also the number of dice for the relevant stat, and I'll tell you what that is. And then the person that you are opposing, the person who's trying to figure out if you're human or not, will roll 1 to 3 dice, and if I have a total of 5 or more, you are going to lose some credibility, 2 points of credibility. If you beat me, but it's by less than 5, then you lose 1 point of credibility. Sorry, I'm reading the rules on another page here, which is why I'm staring off to the side. I know that y'all can't see that, but the audience can. If you beat me by 5 or more, you gain an additional point of credibility. And if you beat me by 0 to 5, then the credibility stays the same. So if credibility goes to 0, the trench coat is ripped away to reveal that you're a stack of animals and you all scatter to the wind. Yeah, and I'll keep track of the credibility. And if anyone watching along would also like to keep track of the credibility on your own, feel free. I'm not going to stop you. All right. And also, this game is totally real human adults, and it is by Chris Legge, Legge, and MAD. And it's available for free on itch if you would like to check out the system as well.
I have one question before we start. Sorry.
Yes.
Christopher, what is your raccoon's name? I don't have it. I just have your raccoon.
Oh, Ricky.
Ricky. Okay, perfect. Great.
It just sounded so delightfully R-ish.
Yeah.
So it just...
Everyone has alliteration but me. No, wait, Cracker and Crab.
Cracker Barrel and Crab, yeah.
I don't know why I didn't.
Alliteration gang.
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing that we need to figure out is the stack. So You are all stacked one on top of the other. If you would like, I will allow 2 of you to be the bottom of the layer. So one would be each foot, for example. And then one in the middle to be sort of like the hands, the grasping sort of stuff. And then one on the top that's the face, basically, and is going to be doing the most of the communication. And you can restack in a different order at any point if you like. But if people see you doing it, then obviously the jig is up. So what order would you like to be inside this concealing trench coat?
I have virtually no athletics.
I was thinking I was the bottom with my 8 crabby legs, or 6, I don't know. A lot of crabby legs would be very helpful here.
So Cracker Barrel at the bottom. Do you have 2 at the bottom, or are you just going to all be stacked on top of Cracker Barrel?
I feel like Cracker Barrel has a lot of legs, and we got the grabbers. We need we got pinchers on the bottom, and then we need like grabbers.
Yeah. So
if I'm the hand, I will steal everything.
That's fine. I see no problem with that.
Yeah, I feel like.
All right. This is Ricky's preferred position.
So Cracker Barrel at the bottom, Ricky on top of Cracker Barrel, and then Patty and Polly. That's not going to be confusing at all.
Nope. Not at all.
Well, if one's what's the other person? Shoulders?
So the 2 in the middle will work with manipulating and sort of like changing the angle of the trench coat, so things like sitting up or standing down. And if you want to argue for something that like, well, you know, I'm on the bottom, but I should really be in charge of like following this person because I need to see where they are, or maybe we 2 need to work together to do that, then I'm very flexible if you can make an argument in universe for doing a specific thing. So we've got Polly and Patty.
Yeah, but is Patty in the middle too with Ricky Raccoon, or are we?
What are you bringing to the table here, Patty?
Not a lot. I'm sort of a general purpose kind of jack of all trades, I think. But I feel like the best communicator should probably be the head, right?
I would say that you should probably not be the face, Patty, given that you have a 0 in communication. But if that's how you want to play it, I am not going to stop you.
Okay.
Do you want the challenge? What do we think? No.
I think we got a great start. CB, Ricky, Patty, Polly feels like a good stacking.
I like that.
Polly. Yeah. And screaming does seem like something in the face would do. All right. So now. The order that you see on the screen is the actual order. We've got Cracker Barrel on the bottom, and then Ricky on top of Cracker Barrel, and then Patty on top of Ricky, and then Polly is the face sticking out of the coat. And you could be wearing a mask, you could be wearing a scarf and a hat. I leave it up to you how you are convincing people that your face is a human face. All right, so our scene opens on you all stacked up in the middle of inside. That's the right preposition. Inside a trench coat, and you are standing outside of the shiny downtown office building in Generic City. That is the home of Generic Tech Corp. And so far, you have been communicating back and forth by email. And you have applied for a job, and this is the very final interview, the only one that's face-to-face. And if you can make it through this interview, you will be gainfully employed at Generic Tech Corp. You will have access to the free office snacks. You will have access to the nice cozy building. You will have access to all the trash. You will have access to all the paper clips and shiny pen caps you could desire. At any point, you get an employee badge. You get to boop in and out whenever you like. So I think for all of you, for different reasons, this is pretty appealing, but you do have to convince all of the people that you meet today that you are a real human adult. I'm going to say that you've committed some identity theft and do have a social security number, and now you just need to convince them that you're a human person and you're good to go. You're all gainfully employed with all the snacks your little hearts could desire. So, you are outside the building. You are all stacked up. The coat is ready to go, tightly buttoned. What do you do?
How does this work? Like, do we talk about, like, I don't...
You just,
I literally have no idea what
we are impulsive animals. I think we just go for it. I'm the feet.
Yeah.
We go to the door.
Oh, yeah. Go to the door.
Yeah, absolutely. Does somebody want to give me a coordination check to not run into the door? And it could be anyone, as long as you have like a reason that you're a good person to, or a good animal, excuse me, to make this roll.
I'll do it. I'm the feet.
That makes
the feet
sense.
matter.
All right.
Let's do it. Cracker Barrel, baby. Okay.
Give me a coordination roll, and I'm going to be rolling now. So when you look through the door, Polly, you can see that inside at the reception desk there is a woman who's wearing, you know, a big elaborate turban, and it looks like she actually has a pair of sunglasses on, and she is reading a magazine at the reception desk inside. So I'm going to roll for her to see if she notices what's going down with this person coming in.
Okay, so I have a coordination of 2, so I'm rolling 2d6. These are also for the audience. This is my high school D&D text music. I got an 8.
And she rolled a 2, so you're off to a banging start. You already have 1 additional credibility, so now you are up to 11. You skitter on in a slightly unsettling way that looks like the way that a real human would work. Yeah, you skitter in, and the woman at the front desk looks up, and I've lost my notes again. There's too many dang tabs open. One sec, let me try and find them. Her name, I believe, is Agatha, but I should double check.
Probably
It
don't
is
want to
now.
scream at her.
You don't know that.
Yes, it is Agatha, and you can tell because there is a little nameplate, I guess, on her desk that says Agatha. And she looks up and she says, "Hello, can I help you?"
Can I ask a question? I have a clarifying
Yes,
question.
absolutely, of course.
Is the nameplate shiny?
Odds yes, evens no. Yes, it is shiny.
Okay.
It's like brass.
Okay. Okay.
So she looks up. Can I help you? So I'm gonna need a communication roll.
Absolutely nailed it.
From Polly. Oh no. Bring back all my things. There we go. Sorry. I just minimized all my windows, and that was very scary for me. Yeah, so give me a communication roll, and she is...
Do I roll 2? I roll 2 because it's my number. I have 2, right?
Yes.
Or do I roll 3 because it was my special ability?
Yes, so you roll 2 because of your communication stat, and 1 because you're screaming, and screaming's what your best stat.
It really is. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm using... I don't have, like, real dice. It's not working. There we go. I got 13.
13! Well, gosh dang, she got 3, so another point of credibility for you.
The most human scream we've ever heard.
All right, we're up to 12. You're nailing it. The interview's going so good already. So she looks up and she blinks and says, you must be here for the interview. All right, well, I'll just buzz down Vincent and you can take a seat. And she points over at the sort of like a bank of chairs that have little, you know, armrests in between them. And he should be down in just a second. And she picks up the phone.
Yep. I'm going to walk over the seat, but I'm not good at being coordinated. So I'm going to walk too fast and our tower's going to do like a
very unsettling way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vincent, your interviewee is here. And for the sitting down, I think actually probably both Patty and Ricky should roll for this, and we're going to take the average of the 2.
This is coordination?
Coordination, yep. And if you can argue, Ricky, for using like your little hands to help you sit down, you can add an extra 1.
So, clarification. What happens if coordination is 0?
Then you roll 2 dice and you take the lower value.
2 dice, the lower value.
I will say you could also use athletics if you want, because I think this is, you know, if one person's not very coordinated, but they are very strong, I think you could probably pull it out.
Cool. Hopefully you're more coordination than I am.
I think I've got 2. All right, so I'll roll 2d6 for my coordination, and then you'll roll athletics.
Yeah.
All right.
And if you're using your hands, you can do an extra one.
I got a 4.
I hope you use your hands.
I got a 15.
All right, 4 and 15. The average of that is 10. And she rolled 6, so you're good to go. No change. You wobble a bit. A little hand comes out the front, bloop, and grabs onto the handle to help you go down to the side. And you are sitting more or less like a human adult. Yeah, and you wait. Elevator music plays. Agatha at the front desk takes out like a little Tamagotchi and it's going.
So look, we got a lot of credibility to burn. Is there any, to Jesse's point earlier, is there any stuff we can, like any snacks, any good stuff we can kind of try and, you know, snip away while we're waiting here?
Yeah. So the lobby is a little bit barren. It's got that sort of like 90s office chic. So there's these tables, these chairs. There's a low coffee table in front of you with some very old magazines on it. And then sort of down the ways a bit, there's a big silk floral sculpture with a bunch of like, you know, palm fronds and like fantastic lilies. And it has not been dusted in a while. And then there's a trash can next to the receptionist desk as well. And then the receptionist desk has her nameplate and a little computer and a phone. And then her magazine that she's put down to play with her Tamagotchi. So that's what's in the area.
Wow.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here. I want the Tamagotchi.
Woo!
Yeah,
We do.
Big money, big
100%.
money.
It is small, it is shiny, and it makes noises.
It is making noises. It's going. And she is playing with it. She looks over and says, Vincent will be here in like just a second.
I guess. Are you gonna tell me, like, so are you gonna like try and let me know you're going for the good stuff? Or like, yeah, because I'm just putzing around on the ground right now.
I will say you can all like stick your heads inside the coat and have little whisper sessions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
you want that Tamagotchi? That looks like good stuff. You win? You win?
It's good stuff.
Yes,
I want to
don't
say,
say anything.
I can intimidate her.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
Okay.
You distract
you
her?
Tamagotchi at her.
Yeah, I'm going to be
Yeah.
super intimidated.
All right, that is enough talk for me. We're moving.
Okay.
We're moving. We're
All
back
right.
by the desk.
You distract her.
Straight
grab.
in.
You head
Yeah.
back. And I don't think you have to roll for that because she's really into her Tamagotchi. And you
Oh,
are.
but she's holding it.
Oh,
Like,
she's
right.
playing with it. Yep, she's going with her thumbs. It's
You said there was a trash can next to her desk?
there
love
is.
that.
It's one of those sort of bullet-y shaped ones with the lid that flips back and forth. I'm using my hands. You can't see. Only the audience can see. Yeah. Exactly so. Very like that. Thank you, Chris.
Wow.
Except it's about waist height on you.
So we tip it over. When she goes to pick stuff up, I grab it.
Yeah, I can scream while she
Sounds
pick
good.
I will intimidate her.
In that case, I'm going to need a athletics roll for whoever's kicking over the trash can, whoever's the most influential one on that, and then a stealth roll from the person who is going to be grabbing the Tamagotchi.
So I think I'm the trash can because I'm the feet, probably. But I want to use my snippers. I want to give him the snips.
Absolutely.
My thing.
Absolutely. Roll it. And I'm going to roll for,
Okay.
yeah. I think I'm going to roll for her. I think I'm going to roll 2 because she can't really see you super well. Right now, she can't see the feet. So
I'm rolling 4 dice, so let's see
Sounds
how it
good.
goes. 17.
All right, she got a 5. You are good to go.
Such a human way of kicking a trash can.
Absolutely. The trash can goes over. Clink, 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 clink.
Can it like
rolls.
go too far? Yeah, like
Paper
Yeah, okay,
and
great.
gum wrappers and half-empty water bottles spray everywhere. Agatha looks up. Oh my God! What happened? What do you do next? All right. You scream at Agatha, and she blinks at you and says, like, well, let's see how much she interpreted from that. So give me your communication plus your scream.
Actually, I believe it would be influence because that was an intimidating scream.
Fair enough. Give me your
So
influence in your scream.
That's going to be 4d6, and I was in a total of 11.
All right, and she got a 7. So no influence, no credibility lost. But she says, "Oh my God, yeah, of course, I'll get it right away. I'm so sorry." And she puts her Tamagotchi on the desk and she leans down to shuffle in the paper. What happens?
Get him, hands.
Ricky?
I roll a 4 dice, a 16.
Yeah. And I'm gonna roll for her, but she's down on the floor, so she's probably not gonna actually pay that much attention. She got a 7, so another credibility. You are knocking it out of the park. So human, the way that hand just goes, reep, and it disappears inside the trench coat. Agatha's on her hands and knees, picking up the trash. How did this happen? It's such a heavy trash can. And at that moment, you hear, ding! The elevator arrives, the door swishes open, and out steps a tall, lean, pale man. He's wearing a pinstripe suit. He has garnet cufflinks and one large garnet stud in his ear, and he looks over and he says, "Ah, you must be the candidate. I am Vincent." And he reaches out a hand for you to shake. What do you do?
Ooh.
All right, we can scream at him. Jacqueline, you're
I feel like if I shake his hand, he's going to know I'm not a human.
Scream about COVID. Tell him we can't. You just COVID.
Oh, okay.
That's what the humans say back in Alaska. They say a COVID a lot.
Yeah, give me a roll.
Wait, I didn't get to. I got to do my scream first, right?
Your scream?
Yeah, I want to be like.
Can you scream
Yes,
COVID?
yes. This is what the scream is to avoid shaking hands. Yeah, and if you want to, like, I would say that you probably have like Scooby-Doo levels of ability to communicate using human language.
Yeah.
Like if you want to speak, you can speak.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how I would scream it. I would be like, COVID!
Absolutely. So he's going to see what he makes of that. So give me your roll.
I got a 5.
Oh, he got a 10. So he arches an elegant eyebrow and says, "COVID has been contained for several years now, but I suppose I appreciate your candor." And you lose 2 credibility, you're down to 12. Very well, no handshaking. If you will, follow me. And he sweeps into the elevator, holding the door open, for you to come join him. So let's make a coordination or athletics roll to get in that elevator without bumping into him and clearly being several animals in a coat.
Is this for the feet or for the middle?
Could be either. I'll let you decide among yourselves.
Feet, because I have no coordination.
All right, it's the feet. Here we go. 2. All right, here we go. 2 dice. I got 11. I'm doing so great.
All right, and he got 7. So you no change in credibility. You wobble a bit. You're a little bit uncertain, but you get into the elevator and he removes his hand from the door and uses his badge to boop in, boop, and presses the appropriate floor, and up you go. And he looks over you and says, "I hope you found the building easily." And he's just sort of making small chat. So how do you respond to this attempt at small chat?
We're gonna look him straight in the eye. We're just gonna stare at him, and then we're gonna slowly nod.
Absolutely. Give me a influence.
All right.
I was like, hands and stuff. Middle folk. He's got some cufflinks. Just saying, we can just.
Yes. All right.
I mean, you guys want to go big? That's right. Yeah.
I like this. Yeah.
Ooh.
I got a 7.
You got a 7. And you're looking right at him, dead in the face. So
Cufflinks are shiny, but I'm hoping there's a big red stapler.
He got an 8, which means you succeed, but you do lose another point of credibility. It looks like Vincent is maybe a little bit keener in observation than Agatha was. So he nods and says, indeed. This is our floor. May I invite you in? And the door, he holds it open and gestures for you to go in. Give me a coordination, or if the hands are going to try something, this is a good time. I will tell you it's going to be hard. But if you wanna roll the dice, like, that's what the game's about.
I think Ricky is a little bit obsessed right now with the Tamagotchi. So
you can hear like a little
temporarily satisfied.
Patty.
The belly button is sort of just making soft electronic beeps.
Yeah, Patty doesn't want shiny things. Patty likes liquid.
Okay.
Yeah. Patty's gonna look for stuff to spill. He likes watching it flow across the floor.
That's very good.
That's unsettling.
You know, when I was in Alaska, there were a lot of humans on boats, and I think that shows how much they like liquid. So I think that would go well in an interview. Yeah.
So, yeah, you can pull out the liquid trick a little bit later, see how that goes.
I mean, wet trash is the best trash, so.
And do you want to give me a coordination or athletics roll to get into the office without running into anything or anybody?
I could do an athletics roll. I think I've got 3.
Absolutely.
So my special ability is unsettling, and I don't know when and where does that apply?
Wherever you can argue to me that it does.
Okay, I don't think it does here. We probably don't want to be unsettling, so I'm going to try not.
Don't we want to match his unsettlingness?
I mean, we could. I think this guy's a vampire.
Oh, totally. 100%.
He seems pretty normal to me, like me, a crab from Alaska.
He just screams big bad evil guy.
I can't wait to work here.
Oh my gosh, I rolled an 8 on 3d6.
All right, let's see how you do. Not awesome. He rolled an 11, so again, 1 point of credibility lost. You are down to 10, which is what you started with. You had a really strong run down in the foyer. Now that you're in the office, things are a little bit shaky again. Gotta keep it together. You really want this job.
Forgot let me play it.
People's wobble.
Yeah, so as you go out, there's a little bit of whoop, whoop, as Ricky is sort of balancing stuff, and you can hear, like, again, the soft, like, deep, 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 coming from the belly button. And Vincent says, indeed, and lets the doors close. Polly, sorry, I keep wanting to call Patty and Polly by the opposite names. Polly, you look around, you've probably got the best view. If anyone else wants to, like, poke their nose outside of the coat, you can probably see pretty well as well. You are in a open planned office, all glass, sort of like gray furniture, like gray industrial carpet. On the wall, there are in big white acrylic letters the words Generic Tech Corp written out. And Vincent steps in front of you and opens his arms expansively and says, "Welcome to Generic Tech Corp, where we use technology for purposes." And you look around, and there's not a lot of people in the office. Like, it could be lunchtime, so maybe people are just gone. But you do notice that there is a little kitchenette that you are going to pass. And on the kitchenette, there's an island, and the island is, the center is just like a wire frame, and the wire frame is filled with baskets, and those baskets are filled with snacks. You got peanuts, you got dry bananas, you got some chocolate, you got, chips, you've got some whole fruit that looks like it's been there for a while and people don't take the whole fruit. So that is, for those of you that are interested in snacks, very appealing. And you can also see on top of it, there's some little canisters, and the canisters are full of cutlery. Some forks, some knives, some spoons. And then at the far end of the office, there's a couple glass-fronted little rooms. And in one of those rooms, there is a woman sitting cross-legged on a chair, She's wearing a hoodie with a hood up over her face, and she is typing away at a laptop. And Vincent says, "Follow me. We
How
shall."
many?
It's okay.
Oh, good.
How many trash cans are in this facility?
There's one big one next to the kitchen island, and then there's, I'd say, 4 or 5 scattered among the desks. And you really only see like 2 or 3 people working at various computers, and sort of just like typing away.
So full disclosure, while you were talking, I coincidentally was trying to figure out what my character's motivation was. So I was looking for what do crabs eat. It turns out dead fish and snails. So I'm gonna be like, psst, psst, you guys see any snails or dead fish? To the rest of you.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing we need to know.
Yeah.
Are there like what is going on? Did someone microwave fish today?
I think there is a little bit of eau de fish, and you see sticking out of one of the trash cans, there's a pizza box, and scribbled on the outside of the pizza box, like sticking up above it, you can see anchovies and then the "and" is below the level of the trash can. So you can't tell what else other than anchovies was on this pizza box, but judging from the smell, I don't think it all got eaten. I think there might be some anchovy pizza in that pizza box, in that trash can that you're about to walk right by.
All right, I'm team trash. I'm team trash.
Definitely team trash. But we also need to know if there is a red stapler in view.
Oh yeah.
There are no staplers. This is a paperless office. No. You see no paper. There's no printer even.
I'm thinking we take this in like the over the hedge direction and just cheese poofs. I don't know if anyone else has seen that movie.
Are there cheese?
All
poofs?
the animals
Can we make a cheese poof?
steal like junk food from the convenience stores, and the raccoon in the movie is obsessed with cheese poofs.
Are there cheese poofs in our snack bin?
There are some generic off-brand cheese curls. Yes.
Sometimes those are good.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Are there any shiny desk objects? Like, did people leave shiny things on their desks unattended?
The desks are pretty bare. There's a couple of sort of like monitors out. There's like a couple of paperweights, but a lot of the desks are just sort of like empty, and there's a chair in front of them. It's a really sparsely populated office. So like there's a person in the conference room, and then there's like 2 or 3 other people, and they are all typing on computers.
And has the woman with the hoodie noticed us?
No, not yet. You can see that there's actually like a headphone cord going up into the hoodie. So she's probably listening to music. It looks like she doesn't know you're there yet.
All right.
Okay, I'm moving us towards the trash can because I have feet. Let's do it. We'll start here.
We need some trash. Like this satisfies a lot of things right off the bat.
Please follow me.
Sorry. Tell him 1 second. Tell him it's important. I don't care. Just tell him something. Make it up. I continue to hit the trash.
Yeah, I think if you want to like reach out and maybe like tug on the back of his pinstripe suit coat, maybe Ricky could try and do a little tug to give him pause.
So, is there like a possibility of like, oh geez, what did I do?
You didn't do anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there like a possibility of like a retrospective of like we cut a hole in the back and we can like untie it? I can stick my hand out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think there's like a.
I'm totally thinking like Honey Heist, where like do flashbacks all the time in the game.
Yeah, there's definitely like a slit down the back of the coat, and I think you know how sometimes when you buy coats that have like that tail, they come like sewn together. No one has ever like taken the sewn together apart, but it's just like at the very bottom. So in the middle, there's like a little hole that you can stick your little hands out and grab stuff with. Absolutely.
We have the hole. We also have scissors on the bottom.
Yeah. Give it the snips. The snips.
So Vincent is walking forward, and he passes the island with the snacks and the cutlery and the trash can full of several-day-old anchovy pizza. I don't know. You're clearly willing to roll the dice on it.
Literally.
Yeah, like I want it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a quick stop. Quick stop on the pizza box.
Yeah. All right. Does somebody want to stop Vincent, or are you just going to let him walk forward?
Your name was Patty?
Do we want him to know we're eating trash? Probably not.
Well, right? Yeah, but we could like turn and like what? And then grab it and bring it under the coat.
Yeah, let's do it. That we can have it for later.
We have the advantage of being multiple things.
Absolutely, yeah. So in that case, I'm gonna want some coordination from Patty, because you're gonna have to keep looking forward so that Polly can keep looking forward, and then I think a stealth roll from Rick to grab. And I'm gonna roll for Vincent, who is not looking at you, so I think this is not gonna be quite as hard. So he glides forward, somewhat ominously. One of the people typing at the desk looks up and then quickly looks back at their work.
Okay, my coordination roll was 11.
He does not notice. You are good.
Yeah.
Get the trash. Get the.
How about you, Ricky? What happened?
I rolled 46 and I rolled an 8.
Ooh, so he rolled 11 for that. So you're gonna lose a credibility. So you're down
But we
to
get
9.
the trash.
But yes, you do get the trash. So I think what happens is you're going forward and you've just gone past the kitty. You've just gone past the trash can and you're blindly grabbing out whatever you can get. And the first thing that you grab is one of the baskets of snacks that's underneath, and you pull it down. The snacks scatter behind you, going everywhere. It was a basket of like apples. Apples bounce around. And then in the confusion, you reach out and you grab the pizza box and you try to pull it into the hole, but the hole's not small enough. So you rip a quick the side of the pizza box open, and you reach in with your little hands and you grab a bunch of handfuls of like soggy old cold pizza, and you I don't know what you do with them at that point. You might pass them around. It's up to you. But you do get several raccoon handfuls of pizza, and Vincent twirls around, his eyes wide, and says, "Are you all right?"
Perfectly all right.
We're all right now, certainly. Yeah.
100%.
Does Polly wanna like nod and reassure him and perhaps do some sort of influence or communication roll?
Yeah, we're gonna do the bro like 100%.
All right, absolutely.
Oh, that's so smart.
Give me that roll.
All right, rolling a 3. 11.
All right. And he also rolled an 11, so no change in credibility. You get away with it. And his eyes narrow a little bit, but he goes, "I see. I will have someone clean up the mess. Now, please. We're keeping Loop waiting." And he comes forward and he opens the door into the cubicle, and the woman who's typing away doesn't look up, and he says, "Good luck on your interview," and pulls out a chair for you. So I'm gonna want, I don't know, how are you guys gonna sit down? Tell me how you're gonna roll this.
We could do the same thing as last time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, what was that coordination for you and athletics for me, I think?
I think that I did athletics because I have no coordination. I have little hands.
Okay, I'll do coordination then.
All right, so each roll and give me the average of the two, and I'm going to roll for Vincent. And I think Agatha still hasn't looked up, so you don't have to roll for her. He's looking at you suspiciously.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled an 8.
All right, so that's an 8.5. He rolled a 9, so you are going to lose a credibility, but you get away with it. He narrows his eyes suspiciously as the two halves of the torso twist in opposite directions so that you can sit down, and like a little hand sticks out and steadies yourself on the back of the chair, and then you sort of like collapse down. And I'm imagining Polly's looking up, just, butter wouldn't melt in my mouth, blinking your eyes guilelessly. And Vincent narrows his eyes again and says, "Best of luck on your interview," and glides backwards and closes the door, and goes presumably to find somebody to clean up the trash and apples that you have spilled over half the office in an enormous mess. So you have made it to the interview itself, and you have 8 credibility remaining. The woman in front of you finally looks up, pulls back her hood. She's got wild hair. It's, very textured and big, dark, and she pops out her headphones and it's like, hey, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Loop. Yeah, it's good to meet you. I'm gonna be interviewing you. And she sticks out her hand for you to shake.
Oh no.
Before we go on, wait, did that pizza provide any bonuses or things like that to our stats because of how delicious it was? No. Fishing for fish.
If you would like, I would give you a benefit to athletics as well. If you take that though, so this would be for everybody, would get 1 point of athletics just because you got a little snack and you're feeling like hale and hearty, but you would get -1 to stealth because the pizza makes you gassy. So I will leave it up to you whether you want to take that stat adjustment or not.
I'm going to eat it.
Yeah, eat it.
Impulsive crab.
100%.
I'm doing it. Let's go.
Absolutely. All right, everybody,
Stealth is not our
+1
strength.
athletics, -1 stealth.
I was already at a 0, so.
In that case, you're going to roll 3 dice and take the lowest one.
All right, I got a 4. So
You don't have to roll it right now. That's like when stealth comes out. That's how you're gonna roll it.
Got it.
No, no worries.
You're just going to lose it is the point when you...
Yeah.
It's a permanent adjustment.
Yeah. And also, if you would like to role play burping occasionally, feel free. Yeah. So Loop looks up. Her hand is stuck out, and she looks at you expectantly.
What are we gonna do? Last time we did COVID, we don't want to stick our little paws out there.
Let's hand her some pizza.
Okay.
Yes!
Humans like pizza.
Yes!
Have little sticks going into the arms with medical gloves at the end.
Okay.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Who has the right hand then? Is it Ricky or is it Patty?
Yeah, one of us would have, like, it would be a job to run one of the hands, right?
Yeah.
I could run the right hand. But that's probably a coordination check, right?
It could be coordination, it could be athletics, it could be influence because you're trying to like perfect the social graces. So I think it would depend on what you're doing. So for this, I would say you could definitely roll influence to do a normal human handshake.
I'm going to do athletics because I don't know what a normal human handshake is, and I think that I'm going to be very athletic about my handshake.
Absolutely. Are you trying to like intimidate her or anything? If you're trying to be
No.
unsettling, you can take your additional point, but I think that'll set a tone for the rest of the interview. So this is your character choice to make.
No, I'm probably just trying to be, not unsettling.
All
I
right.
think.
I was saying, crabs don't understand like gender dynamics and like maybe don't start anything settling. So I don't see a problem with any of it. But like you do you, it's fine.
Also, at some point, we need to get some water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or coffee. It doesn't matter what it is. As
Don't
long
they
as
offer you it? You should ask. They should offer you it.
You do see
Oh,
that
no.
there is a water bottle on the table next to the laptop, and you deduce from the sticker on it that says, "This is Loop's water bottle," that it's Loop's water bottle.
Ooh,
All right.
I want to spill it,
Uh,
but later.
would you rather do that than shaking her hand? Because I think I will add dice.
I could do both.
I
Um,
I will add significant
This
dice.
is totally real human adults right here.
right? Oh, I would 100% do this.
I mean, knocking over the trash. I'm not saying I've done it, but I'm not saying I've not done it.
Oh, I've done it at work. So I rolled a 15 for my athletics check for the
Alright.
thing, but I also want to knock over the water bottle. So I don't know what that adds to it.
Okay, so you succeed in doing a handshake, and actually you succeed well enough. One sec. This is my math face. 15, you said?
Yes, 15.
You did not succeed well enough to gain any credibility, but it is a perfectly normal human handshake. And then I'd want a second roll to knock over the water bottle, and that could be stealth, that could be athletics, or yeah, I think it could be stealth or athletics.
All right. Well, I will definitely do athletics then. I rolled an 11. Gee.
All right, let's see what she says.
She got it.
She got a 7, so nothing. No credibility change, but you do knock over the water bottle, and it goes spinning everywhere. And I'll do a quick roll to see if the cap was on. Odds are yes, evens are no. Odds, the cap was on, so it falls over and spins around. It goes tunk 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 very loudly. And Loop sort of like still, I guess, having released your hand because it was the same hand that did that, was like, Oh, wow, huh, yeah, look at that, that's weird. Huh.
But it didn't spill.
It didn't spill, no. Yeah.
I want to give it a
spill
snip.
it.
Can we like scoot the feet over?
Ooh, you
like,
can try.
Tell her I'll pick it up for you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll grab it, and then while grabbing it, I'm gonna give it the snips.
Yeah, can I distract her?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an influence.
I was gonna say, listen, sweetheart, let me get that for you.
Yeah, give that a shot.
I guess we both have to keep being humans and actually get the job, which are both different. Like, being a jerk isn't success here. But
I did get a 3, so we are in a lot of trouble.
Ooh, she got a 8. Yes, that's what that is. So you are gonna lose a point of credibility. Credibility goes
I'm
down
still
1.
going for the water bottle gig. I'm gonna try
100%.
it.
Absolutely. That would be, I think, athletics if you don't care if she sees, stealth if you do care.
I have a 1 if I don't care, and if this is the snips, I have a 4 for the athletics. So I think I'm just not gonna care. And if you let me use the snips, I'll go for 4.
Absolutely. Although I will say this is jeopardizing your credibility, but
look, I have teammates in need. I will die for my hands.
You can hear Patty going or whatever sound Platypi make from inside the coat excitedly.
I got a 16 with 4 dice.
We're secretly just a cat.
She got 15. You
Whoa.
do it. No change in credibility.
Yes.
She
Snip.
is distracted. There is a notification sound from her computer. Bling! And she looks over and she doesn't notice that from her point of view, basically you karate kick across the table to grab the water bottle and snip it in your mighty claws, and water goes everywhere. Water dribbles down the front of your coat.
So human.
It does not get on her computer. I'm gonna say it was off the table before you like fully crumpled it. And now the water bottle is on the ground. Patty is hopefully happy with the small puddle underneath you now.
Yeah. I'm real good. Thanks.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Okay,
Luke,
we can interview now. I'm satisfied.
looks up from her computer and goes, "What? Where's my water bottle? Where's my water bottle? What happened?"
Can I like casually put it back with a hole in it?
Absolutely. Give me an athletics roll.
Yeah, that's not a snip though. 5.
She rolled 9, 10, 11, 12.
Ooh.
Agatha raises one eyebrow all the way up as you reverse karate kick the water bottle with a hole on it back onto the table. And actually, I think you lose 2 credibility for that.
And it doesn't, yeah.
Okay.
You surely do. All right, you lose 2 credibility. You are down to 5.
Okay, no more tricks. we gotta stay true. We gotta.
And I will say that she's probably going to be a little bit more suspicious of you from now on. So Agatha narrows her eyes at you, and suddenly her nose starts twitching, and she's sniffing like a dog. Hey, do you smell that? It smells like crab rangoon and garbage. And I would like a stealth roll, and I'm gonna have all 4 of you roll it, and we will take the median.
Oh,
What's this crap?
oh my god.
Oh no.
I got a 4.
I got a 4.
I got a 9.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a 4 is the median. And she rolled a 19. She rolled extremely well. So her eyebrow comes back down and her eyes narrow suspiciously. And she says, and she pulls up a document on her computer, and you can see her typing something. And you suspect that it is probably crab rangoon and garbage ? Potentially something like, "Is this a real human? You are down to 3 credibility. You are on thin ice."
Does she like animals by any chance?
Give me a
Does she like little kittens or little puppies?
A know-how roll. Just a straight roll. It's not contested.
Oh, okay.
Just to see how good you are at figuring out what she likes. And anyone can make this. If you like.
Okay.
Because you can always consult inside the coat.
I've got one know-how.
Same. Like it's worse to bring us in.
I have one. Does anybody have know-how? Do we have no know-how?
I have 2.
Okay. So, someone besides the rest of us.
Be an 8.
An 8. All right. So you're pretty canny. You've been around a while. You know what the city's like. And you know that tech people love stickers. And so you look at her laptop and you can see on the back of her laptop, there's a bunch of stickers of different dog sanctuaries. There's like a paw print. There's like a moon sticker. You can see there's like some chibi like German shepherds with like a bone in their mouth and they're really happy. So you get the sense that this might be a person who like really likes dogs maybe.
Yeah.
And she's looking at you and sort of scratching behind her ear. Her nose is still going. Sniff, 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 sniff.
Can we offer an explanation for the smell?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a influence or communication roll. I take either.
This is 100% influence. So I'm gonna roll all 3, and I bet I get something like I got 14.
14. All right. Let's see how she does. And what is your explanation? How are you explaining the smell?
You know, I was on my way to the interview and I just heard this noise in a dumpster and it sounded like this puppy and I just couldn't walk by. So I jumped in and I rescued a puppy and I just didn't have time to go home and change. But I just could not leave a puppy in a dumpster.
So in Scooby terms, that'd be like shrieking puppy, basically, right?
And then also complain about the subway. Humans love to complain.
Also subway. The subway, you know, it was just really rough. Like it was, like the subway. There were a lot of people. There were a lot of smells in the subway, and I really want to apologize.
So like Scooby wise, that'd be puppy, subway. Sorry,
a lot of
not
right?
restaurant, subway,
no.
Other one.
Yeah.
So she got a 7, and you can see you picked the right thing. You nailed it. And I'm actually going to say you did so good that you get 2 credibility back. You really just knocked it out of the park. Like she like goes back to her notebook and like deletes the note and then writes another note, maybe about like how good of a person you are and how much she likes you individually. So yeah, you did a real good job there. And she's like, oh my god, that's so nice that you did that for that puppy. Wow, that's really, really, really cool. Oh my god, that's so good. Yeah, no, I totally understand. Yeah, I'm sorry you smelled like garbage and crab bread and goon. That was really rude of me. I shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's get down this interview. Yeah, let's do it. All right, take a seat. You're already seated. Yeah, okay, so we got like our first question. Do you know she's looking at her notes. Do you know pythons? Somebody give me a know-how roll.
That's all you, Christopher.
Oh boy.
Don't pythons eat raccoons, or is it the reverse? I think there's something happening there.
Snakes are bad. I got it. 7.
A 7. And she got a 10. So I believe that there's a change, but you get away with it.
Yeah, we lose the credibility.
You lose the credibility. So you're back down to 4.
No, 6.
We were at 5.
No, and then we got 2. I literally.
You got from 5 to 3 with the kicking of the water bottle back up onto the table. You lost 2 from that. I'm pretty sure that's where we went down to 3. So you're now at 4, unfortunately. Yeah.
We went back up to 5 because of our great puppy explanation.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, so you, Ricky, what do you think about pythons that is wrong, that you, like slightly wrong, that you communicate outwards?
Snakes? I don't like snakes. Snakes are bad.
So she sort of makes a face, just like, oh, so you don't know pythons. Okay, well, we're looking for somebody who knew pythons.
Never hang out with snakes.
All right, well.
How much? Maybe this is an out of game question, but how much do we actually know about data science? Is it as much as a crab would know? Because I could make a good R pirate joke here as a crab.
Yeah, give it a shot. Do me an influence roll.
All right. Well, it's been nice playing. No, I have a 0 in influence. That
can she tell me the joke and I can say it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna say make a joke about R.
Well, I don't
R.
know. Just go R.
Yeah.
Is that my joke? All right,
perfect. You even scream it. I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Give me an influence or communication. Your choice.
I'm gonna do influence, but I'm gonna scream it. So we're gonna roll 4.
Sounds good.
So it's gonna be for 13.
13. All right, she rolled 3, so another influence restored. You were back up at 5. She's sort of like, oh, okay, yeah. No, I get you. Sorry. Yeah, you can pick up pythons. It's not that bad. Yeah, it'll be fine. They're not that heavy. little joke. Yeah. So she's itching behind her ear again. And she's sort of like shifting around restlessly. Okay. So next question. Yeah. Can you type? And she pulls up a unconnected keyboard and puts it in front of you. I was like, oh, we really want people who can like type to do like the job. Yeah. So let me see you type. Yeah.
Okay. That's me and Ricky. We're each making like coordination rolls.
Yeah, I would say coordination for this, or athletics, or maybe know-how. Maybe you do know how to type.
Or we can just say something about how dare you even ask us how to do this. The renegade option. I don't know. Throwing it out there. Good luck, hands.
Yeah. I could probably make a pretty good athletics roll for mine, which I presume would be banging that hand on the keyboard.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a convincing way.
Yeah. Or I would also take stealth.
Yeah, we took a hit to stealth though.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but if I use my small hands, I think that would get me back up to 3 because I would have a 2 in stealth.
Absolutely.
Because I had a 3. So.
And if you want to type in an unsettling way,
I can go for the typing. I'm sorry?
If you want to type in an unsettling way, I would definitely take that as well. Like you sort of like hover your palm over the keyboard and like tap down with the
keys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, I can do that.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So give me each of your rolls and we'll take the average.
Woo!
Right. Mine is 24.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
I got a 16 and I thought that was high.
Is it all? You have 4 6s?
No, I was rolling 5d6 because I have 4 athletics plus 1 unsettling.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So your hand comes out and it sort of hovers over the keyboard and somehow it makes the sound of somebody typing 100 words a minute. But you don't see the keys. You don't see you touching the keys, but somehow they're being pressed. And at the same time, the other hand is like typing normally. And it looks buck wild, but she buys it 100%. You get 1 point back of credibility. You're back up to 6. So she looks at you and she nods and she says, well, it's some really weird typing, but like good job. Yeah, you can type for sure. Yeah. That's typing for Yeah, it's typing for sure. Yeah, okay, well, okay. So I got like one more question. Which is like, how good are you at like looking busy? Like just like maybe you're totally focused on your task, maybe you like ignore, I don't know, like some like maybe like a scream you hear, or maybe like a thump or something like from somewhere. Like how good are you at like staying on task? Like how like to what degree is that like your strong suit, you know? And she's like scratching behind her ear again.
I feel like
there's gotta be something back behind that ear.
Yeah, there's something. She's got like fleas or.
Yeah. Wait! Oh my God! I bet I know what it is. You ready? You ready?
Yes.
I bet she's 4 animals in a stack. I bet. I'm telling you, we're not the only ones who have this great idea.
So
I thought maybe she was a dog at one point.
Yeah, with the wild hair. Do we kind of give it away a little where like all 4 of us do something to show how busy, like we all do our special ability to show how busy we can look?
I love that. Yes. Each of you roll whatever stat you want and add your special ability. And we'll see how busy and focused you look.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to move myself around very athletically in an unsettling way. I rolled
Sounds
19.
I was a 20.
Yeah,
I have a 16 again.
I screamed loudly, and
It's like the disjointed parts of the body are waffling around.
yeah, like I mean, we're talking like head thrown back, just like well, everything is doing
Wiggling.
So employable.
so horrible. And I did that with 18 points.
Y'all rocked it. She got a 13. So she is picking up what you're putting down. She's buying what you're selling. She's like nodding. Yeah, she's like panting a little bit. Like maybe she's getting hot. It's kind of stuffy in the room. She's like, oh yeah, hey, great job. Yes, super good. Yeah, absolutely. All right, yeah, good. Yeah, good job. A bird flies past the window and she like snaps around to look at it and then comes back and looks at you and she's like, yeah, sorry about that. I get distracted. Yeah, cool. Great.
Did you get a credibility for that?
You did, yes. So you got 7.
Okay, great.
Yeah, could you start right now? We got like a contract for you to sign. You are like super short staffed. We got like such a hard time keeping people like around and like doing work, needs the pythons. Yeah, could you start right now? I can go get the contract for you.
I mean, we should negotiate for trash and shinies.
What is there a cool way to be like, hey, if you're 4 animals or
Yeah.
more one or more animals, like we are too? Like, is there like, like I'm friends with Dorothy, but animals?
Yeah. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Can we roll a know-how on like what the phrase is?
Yeah.
Or like, do we know what the phrase is?
Yeah.
Do they have anything like on the desk that's dog related? Like anything like a bone or a tennis
Yeah, what do we
ball
see?
or-
So you're in
Yeah.
a conference room. It's not like their or her desk. So you notice the sticker on the water bottle that says this is Loop's water bottle, which has now been rent in half. You notice like all the dog stickers on the laptop. Yeah, give me a I guess like a know-how or a stealth check just for like checking how well you can look around the office and see which desk is hers maybe, or figure that out, or like knowing about dogs and what dogs like.
Ooh. Guys, I have a plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
We take the shiny, we put it in the fake hand, and we pretend to throw it.
Oh.
Yes!
That's a very good plan.
I love it.
Great
This is
plan.
amazing.
That's how we know.
Give me an athletics roll.
Athletics.
Or influence, because you wanted to do something specific. Either would work.
13.
13. All right, she rolled an 11. You do it, and your credibility is not harmed. So you take the... Are you throwing the Tamagotchi?
Yeah.
All right. So the Tamagotchi, one of the fake hands reaches into the pocket where it is handed the Tamagotchi by Ricky, and the hand flings it out the door of the conference room, and Loop perks up, looks at it, and then sort of like shivers a little bit, like she's trying to keep herself under control, and like her eyes narrow and her nose starts to go. Do you want to do anything at this point? Maybe something influential?
I would like to ask her if she's a good girl. Who's a good girl?
That's very good.
All right, give me that communication. Yeah, communication.
Also plays quite nicely into a weird sexist jerk candidate persona, so I think it's all.
Yeah, don't do this in your interviews.
My communication is a 2.
All right.
We're
not
not even
being
the worst.
rewarded for sexism here. I just
You got a 2?
Oh yeah, I got a 2.
Ooh,
Ooh.
she got an 8. So she like her head whips around and she growls at you a little bit. And you can see that she's got like really long incisors. And her eyes narrow again. You are back down to 5. And she says, that's quite enough of that. Oh, sorry, what was her voice again? No, that's quite enough of that. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. Actually, God, we're so hard up for people, but like, I really don't like the cut of your jib. You're really not doing it for me, but she sort of like hems and haws for a second. Give me a communication or an influence roll or something to like convince her that you should get the job after you were a huge jerk.
This is true. But a human, for sure.
What a human.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although she is a little bit more uncertain about that right now.
What if we like quietly scream and like cover our face like the way a dog does?
Oh, like you're embarrassed
Yeah,
and like
we're embarrassed, but it's also a scream so that I can use my special ability.
yeah, absolutely. Give me an
Mortified.
influence, I think is what that stands for. Give me an influence roll.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's an 18.
18. All right. And so she got an 11, so you get another point back. You're back up to 6. So she like, she looks at you and she's like, well, I guess you did save that puppy, and that was like a really cool thing to do, even though you're being like a huge butt to me, and like I hate that. And I'm just gonna put you on like another team, so I don't have to ever look at you or honestly smell you again. You smell still awful. Yeah, take a shower. So she reaches into her backpack that's hung on the chair behind her, and she pulls out a contract, and she slides it across the table to you, and it's like, could you like start today? We really need someone like right away.
This feels like a trap, but as a crab, I don't have any problem with it.
Can we read it all?
I think that's up to you to decide on an individual level.
I will
I feel
certainly
like we
not.
have Charlie Day levels of reading.
I would say, actually, give me a know-how roll. Whoever's reading the contract, give me a know-how roll, and it'll be opposed to see how well you know what's going on in there. And this won't change your credibility. This is just to see how good you are at reading contracts, which is a specialized skill.
This is true.
So, any of us, all of us?
Anyone who wants to read it.
Okay.
I'll leave it open to the
I
table.
do not. Thank you.
Let's see. I will try, but I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6. You sort of like peek through the hole in the coat, trying to get a look at the text, and wow, that's a lot of words, and they're real long, man. You see some of them, you know, like the and of. You've definitely seen those before. You definitely see like generic tech corp is written out, so like you know that one for sure. That you know. There's a bunch of stuff that it's like fiduciary, derivative, a bunch of stuff that you do not know what it means, but it sounds very fancy and official.
Let's just go for it. Who cares? Who cares? Lives are
Always
meaningless.
still another identity.
Yeah, let's go.
That's true.
And give me a coordination roll to sign the contract.
Oh.
Oh, hands.
Yeah.
Little hands would just make it a 1 for me. Like, unless you want to like duck down and hide, and I can try stealth.
Yeah, if you want to do it as a stealth roll, feel free.
Okay.
Totally up to you. So she's handed you the contract, and she's looking at you.
17.
17?
Yes.
You signed that
Shit out of the
like a
contract.
totally real human adult. She got a 6, so you are back up to 7. You are flying high. You sign the contract. Little flourish. You put the right date down, which is without asking, which is a feat in and of itself. With the right year, even fantastic. 10 out of 10. You sign it with the flourish, and you push it back to her. And Loop looks at it and says, great, so good. Yeah, great. So we'll get you like set up with Vincent, and welcome to Generic Tech Corp. And I will do my best to avoid working with you if at all possible, because you kind of seem like a butt. And she does a finger gun and takes the contract and leaves the room. And it seems as if you've been hired.
We have to get the shiny back.
Yeah, so as the denouement, if you would like to try to avail yourselves to anything in the office, get your shiny back. You look out in the office and you can see that Agatha has like gone to the elevator and is waiting for an elevator. She's probably going somewhere else. The 2 or 3 other people in the office are doing a really good job looking busy and ignoring you, so you can see that like this is a job skill that seems to be pretty useful here. So if there's anything you would like to do before we close our scene on the newest data scientist at Generic Tech Corp, now's your chance.
If I may make the suggestion. Oh, I'm sorry. Go.
Oh no, go ahead.
I've been talking a lot. I think we should take back the shiny, and we raid that trash can again.
Yeah, and then run. Book it. Get out of here.
Yes.
This place is a trap. But I'm fine with that. Just...
A crab trap.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. That is a joke. Hey.
Gosh, I can't wait to see what the vampire is.
Yeah. Okay, so I run to the shiny we threw.
Yeah, and there's no one looking directly at you right now, so you don't have to really defend your credibility. You run, you get the Tamagotchi, it needs its poop cleaned up, so it's going sort of boop, 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 sadly. I'm gonna say you just sort of body slam into the trash can, little hands and feet and like scale tails stick out as you grab a bunch of pizza, and
Just
now...
cover the can with the trench coat.
Absolutely,
No
you
one
cover
can
the
do
can
that.
with the trench coat and you sort of waddle out. It's
right.
not quite big enough to go all the way around the can and you, so like the front of the can is just open, and it's sort of hiked up so you can see who's underneath. You can see Ricky's tail like sort of poking out underneath the corner of the coat. But it doesn't matter because nobody's watching you, and you waddle out to the elevator bank and you get in an elevator and go to the lobby.
We need
Do you
Agatha's nameplate. We need
Well,
that.
yeah. We
And
want
you are
Agatha's name
in the
first.
lobby.
Do
Take
we
it.
want to find out like why Vincent sounded like a vampire? Is that
No.
a mystery? No, that we want to solve? No? Okay.
We go share our garbage with Vincent.
I mean, we could, but do we? I don't know. The contract didn't poof up in smoke, so I feel like we're in the clear, you know?
That's true. Well, if there's like a cup of coffee on the desk of the receptionist, I would also like to spill that, please.
Yeah.
and
I
the
think
name
there
plate.
is. I think Agatha treated herself to a nice cup of coffee after having to clean up all this trash. You can see the floor has
she
been
did.
mopped. There's a little like slippery when wet sign. She's back at her magazine. Actually, her magazine's on the desk and she's sort of like opening up her drawers and rummaging through them looking for her Tamagotchi. Yeah, there's a cup of coffee precariously balanced on the corner of the desk that says like, you know, it's got some writing that's in cursive too fancy for you to read on it. It looks like it's a pretty fancy espresso drink.
Oh, it sounds like it'd be really fun to spill on the floor.
If you want to try it on your way out, give me, you know, an athletics or a coordination to just...
I'll do athletics
All right.
because this is a thing that's happening. Oh, I rolled a 10. Uh-oh.
Agatha rolled an 11, so she looks up and she notices, but she sees the tail of the coat with the little raccoon tail peeking out of it, going through the automatic doors, holding like of something. She can't really see what it is from this angle, but like waddling, carrying something in the front of the coat, and she says, "Oh my God, so rude!" And the doors slide shut on our heroes, and you have successfully masqueraded as a totally real human adult and received one job offer.
Yeah.
Credits roll.
I love it.
Yay.
Bravo!
Wow.
Good job, team.
Bravo, 10 out of 10. And do you want to do like a little after credit scene of like where your animals are like next Monday? Do they go into the office, or are you in like different environments? What are you doing? Are you applying for another job to get more trash cans?
Like, are we actually going to take the job,
Oh, it's up to you.
team?
Patty's like, absolutely.
There's
I-
definitely
Yeah.
pythons there.
I kind
Teddy
of have
wants
this
money.
feeling like they hired us. They can't be mad if we're for animals, so we just should all go in as animals and just eat the trash. That's my
Yeah.
feeling.
I wish we just scatter and meet back wherever we live and try this again.
See, I feel like it would be like that shawarma scene from Avengers, but instead it's the kitchenette and we're eating trash and like rolling around in the liquid on the floor.
Yeah.
You know.
As all as animals, separate animals.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Patty's in the
Empty
sink, just like
bottle in the
splashing in
trash
the
can.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got tinfoil and wrappers.
And then like a coworker walks in and you just scream at them. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I'll fill my water bottle in the bathroom.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly.
And that is a story of how 4 animals in a trench coat were hired as a data scientist by Generic Tech Corp.
Best hire they ever made.
Absolutely. I mean, arguably, yes. So, bravo. Fantastic roles played, everyone. Yeah, so that is session. I'll stick around if anyone has any questions or want to chat, but that's what I got for you. And it is now 3:30 my time, which is 5:30. Just no, I'm not going to try and do time zone map.
Yeah.
Do it.
5:35 somewhere, so they say. Thank you so much for running this. This is super fun. Yeah.
Awesome. You're very welcome.
So we have to know, why was he a vampire?
Yeah.
All of the employees were monsters. So the one at the front desk was a Medusa, which is why she had on mirrored sunglasses and a big hat because she had snakes in her hair. And then Agatha was a werewolf.
I picked up on
yeah.
as a human, but as a crab.
Crabs don't know about werewolves.
Oh,
So we work with monsters.
Yes, absolutely.
That's awesome.
okay.
We should be fine then with a few.
I mean, like, probably you're better off than an actual human.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. We're resourceful.
Oh
Absolutely.
my gosh.
We have each other.
They're going to try to suck my blood and get rabies.
Wow.
Okay, I do need to drop, but thank you. This is super fun.
Yes. Yes, wonderful. It was great seeing you all. Thank you.
Yeah.